Welcome everybody to the Shut Your Mouth Lounge, episode number 63. It's me, I'm Alex. I got here with me, the Pink Man. He's not feeling like doing an intro today. He's in another world. He's left us.
You cut out. You cut out, that's why.
He's ascended to another plane, maybe. I know you said what you said, but I'm going to ignore it. So we got Pink, and we got Addie here, too.
Hey.
Yeah. Enthusiasm. Jazz hands. Alright. So, we got a shitload of topics today, and we also probably want to hurry up so that we can get more stuff done today.
Dude, yeah. my internet literally cut out the second you started doing your countdown.
Oh my
god. What the heck? What the heck?
Good.
Pink will be here in spirit today. Oh, man. Starting off right. Alright. So, hey, did you guys watch the little Aladdin teaser for the live-action Aladdin?
Yeah.
You know, I did not. Everybody was talking about this week, but I never got around to seeing it.
It's not good.
I believe it.
So, of course, it's already become a meme how bad Will Smith's genie is. And my god, is it bad?
What are we? Some kind of Aladdin squad?
Damn it. Can we just never talk about Suicide Squad ever again, please?
I do my best not to.
You're not the problem here, though. So, yeah, it's a meme how bad the genie looks. And obviously, we have to go over the fact that it's Will Smith in the role, and Will Smith, God bless his heart, only plays Will Smith. And to a certain degree, I think anyone expecting Will Smith to do his best Robin Williams impression was lying to themselves. But at the same time, God, Will, could you please have done something different for once?
Right.
So he's doing his Will Smithness. He looks absolutely terrible with the CG. He looks hilariously bad. And Pink, if you haven't seen the teaser, I assume you've at least seen the pictures.
I have seen the still image of Will Smith as the genie.
The fresh genie of Agrabah.
Fresh genie indeed.
As opposed to your rotten genies.
I mean, yes, that is one way we could describe Robin Williams.
Well, I mean, he was fresh at the time. I mean, now...
Yes, at the time, yes.
I mean, now he's dead, but... I mean, he can't help that.
Really,
wait,
no.
That was the wrong phrase to use considering how he went. I should not have said that. But the one that's really bothering me more than Will Smith Genie, because I was expecting Will Smith Genie to suck. The one that's bothering me is we get to see a little bit of Jafar. Jafar is, for one thing, too young, and for another thing, has a really high-pitched voice.
Oh, that's interesting. Isn't that a complete 180?
Yes, it is. It does not sound good hearing that try to threaten Aladdin. Because he's still going for the same performance, but he just doesn't have the big, deep, intimidating voice that the classic Jafar did.
Right.
So it doesn't work. They could have chosen better stuff to show off with this teaser. I'll definitely say that.
You know,
I better. What if this is the absolute best they've got?
that could also be a thing, yes. Watching the trailer, I got serious Bollywood vibes from it. And, you know, if that's what they're going for, they should have hired somebody who actually works in Bollywood to, you know, direct the thing and all that. To at least make it good that way.
I didn't get any Bollywood vibes, but they probably still would have been better off hiring Bollywood people.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There was at least one movie where what they showed off in the teaser was all just absolute garbage. And then the movie it actually turned out to be fine. Because there are sometimes where the marketing team just sucks, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what movie am I thinking about? Can you guys recall?
I don't remember.
I want to say it's a DC movie, but the only DC movie that didn't suck was Wonder Woman.
Oh, I found a good picture of what's her face? I forget.
Gal Gadot
Whatever.
or
Yeah, Gal Gadot. I found a
Hello,
picture
I'm
of...
back.
Hello. So yeah, I found a picture of Gal Gadot in whole Batman cowl with makeup and shit in the
oh,
Wonder Woman costume still, and I needed to save that image, but I didn't.
I've seen that picture before. Yes, it's awesome. The great thing is, like, she's not even bothering to be Batman. It's okay. Let me. Oh, I can find the picture. But anyways, Gal Gadot is very much one of the only good things about DC right now. But there's the picture. All right, I just need to get a timestamp, and it will be ready for everybody to see. And at 6:30. There we go.
Yeah, that's the one.
I love it because she isn't even doing a Batman face. She's still just got the big toothy grin.
Right.
Yeah, I like how it makes her look demented. Just get up.
It makes me think of, like, Wonder Woman actually stealing Batman's mask and being like, I'm Batman. But she's not even trying to make fun of him, really. She's just going, yeah.
Now we know why Batman refuses to smile. Like, the mask itself is already scowling. He can't afford to smile.
It especially helps that her face is way tinier than Ben Affleck, so it doesn't fit.
Right.
You can see the sides of her jaw. Oh, that's great. Hopefully Shazam joins her as the only good DC movies.
Right. It's like, we can hope for a lot more, but kind of hard to hope.
Yeah. Hope past a certain point loses its meaning. There is no more hope. There is only the dread of Joker Leto. That's the real fear right there, man.
All right, so
The biggest fear.
So, speeding things up so we can move over Aladdin. Fallout 74. Yeah, minus Fluffy. Fallout 76.
It's degraded.
Yeah.
Fallout 76, new week, new bug. Right.
yeah.
So I assume you guys can read the headline there.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Looks like someone stumbled onto new content way ahead of time again.
And you know this was going to be a big event of theirs. Oh, we're going to unlock this big secret vault that nobody has seen before. Oh, wait. Whoops.
Oh, wait, people played the game.
People play the game. They accidentally glitch inside of the unopened vault. And now all the loot is gone. Oh, gee.
How are we supposed to account for this possibility? Alright, just shut down the servers.
Again.
Past a certain point, you know, they eventually just gotta literally torch the servers. They're cursed.
Right. See, I'm just baffled that people are still finding things, but even more so because that means people are still playing Fallout 76.
Yeah, I question these people's sanity.
It's probably just a small group of people that are trying to find things to break.
I'd imagine a lot of Fallout 76's player base, honestly, is people like us that are just looking for goofy group let's play like shit.
Right.
Because, like Sea of Thieves, how many people only played Sea of Thieves because they were recording?
All of them.
Precisely, all of them.
I remember when that awful Cliff Bleszinski fucking Battle Royale game came out. What was it?
The Calling?
No. The Heights. Something Heights.
Oh, Hazardous Heights or something. I don't remember.
I forget what its name was. It had like 10 players by the end of the first week. And I remember watching someone tried to record it to make fun of how bad it was, and they got in there and like a good half of the players on their server, their name started with Twitch _ yep, that figures. It's that beautiful recording moment of please God, give me something. Anything,
Please, God, give me strength.
Shitty video games give me strength. What is modern gaming?
That is an excellent question.
What is modern pop culture, if we're honest?
Why are we still here?
Just to suffer?
Yes.
Yeah. Just cut it short, have a direct answer. Yeah. Yeah, actually. Yeah, pretty much. Fuck this philosophical shit. Yeah. We're here to suffer. Deal with it.
Right. So, Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
So this is the biggest fuck you from Disney to Netflix. Have you guys read about this?
I've not.
So they've ordered a deal with Hulu to have have different teams work on making 5 technically different animated series for Marvel characters. There'll be each one for Howard the Duck, Hit Monkey, who's one for specifically Tigra and I gotta go look it back. Tigra and
Dazzler.
Dazzler. Oh my god, and MODOK. MODOK.
That's what it's Alice MODOK.
They will each. It's specifically the exact same deal they made with Netflix. Keep in mind. I don't know if you guys are noticing that too.
Right.
And they will have these each 4 shows run, and then they will all join together for The Offenders. If that is not a fuck you to Netflix over their whole deal.
Netflix.
Hey, that Netflix is the end of Netflix and chill, dude. It's the natural logical extension. Are you going to tell me I'm not correct? I'm super right here. You just gotta deal with it. You can't handle how correct I am.
Alex has a point.
Like, Netflix is when Netflix and chill goes as best as it possibly can. And then it's not Flix when it doesn't go well.
Perfect.
I just like the idea of renaming the service Not Flix. Everything but movies.
Yeah, I was about to say, instead of movies, Netflix will now include things like books by freaking people you've never heard of. Like, not any good movies, just freaking things like,
Did you know The Witcher was a book series first? Now
Yeah.
you do. You didn't want to, because it turns out that it's a grumpy old fuck who writes those books, but you know.
There's actually a funny thing about it, because in Hungarian, they translated the Witcher name into basically meaning grumpy old man.
Yeah, it's accurate. Grumpy old man who fucks constantly. That might as well just be The Witcher. Some stabbing, lots of fucking, and there might be a plot somewhere, but no one's really there for that.
There's lots of stabbing, sometimes with a sword.
Sometimes with a sword, yeah. Okay.
Oh, there we go. Empress Teresa. That's the book I was thinking about.
Okay. So I want to just say here, the idea of a MODOK TV show, every single comic book nerd has all at once cried out in a cheer for joy.
And got silence.
was silenced immediately by the fact that it's going to be written by Patton Oswalt. I don't know why I'm insulting Patton Oswalt here. I actually like him, but
I know that name. I don't know what he's done.
okay. Patton Oswalt is okay. You ever watch Parks and Rec?
I have not.
Okay, he's one of those guys that's always famous in Hollywood, but for no part, like for a ton of small stuff. Damn it. Did you ever watch? Was it called The Fan or World's Biggest Fan, something like that? About a creepy fan dude.
I don't think so.
Okay, because he was supposed to be great in that. Oh damn it! I have to just want to bring up a picture. That's probably what I'm gonna have to do here. Just give me a moment to finish what I'm working on at the moment. Okay. And I'm not going to bother putting this picture in the podcast because folks at home, you'll probably know who Patton Oswalt is. Because you probably actually watch movies. Alright, this is Patton Oswalt. You'll know him when you see him. He's got a recognizable face.
Aha!
Alright. And along similar lines, supposedly, I believe Howard... Hang on, let me look this up properly. I don't want to... According to the Hollywood Reporter, let's see. MODOK will be Patton Oswalt and Jordan Bloom. Tigra and Dazzler will be written by Chelsea produced and written by Chelsea Handler. And Howard the Duck will be produced and written by Kevin Smith.
Of course they got Kevin Smith for that.
Kevin Smith inserts himself into the comics world yet again.
Stop it.
That name is familiar, but I don't know where from.
Okay, Clerks.
Clerk. Let me look it up, whether that is the movie I'm thinking of or not.
Chasing Amy. Was he not involved with the first Daredevil somehow? The Affleck Daredevil?
He probably was. I don't know.
He's just so associated with Affleck and everything that I'm just kind of assuming, like,
It's like, he was...
Because it was...
Part of me wants to say yes because he has been involved with Daredevil and obviously involved with Affleck. So it's like, those two go together.
Yeah, I
I'm
have
just
seen
not sure if
Clerks.
it's accurate.
Yeah, I've seen Clerks.
Okay, yeah. And when I think of Kevin Smith and Daredevil, I think of the fact that he killed Karen Page.
Right.
As everyone should, I guess, but... And he wasn't the director, because the director was the director not Jon Favreau? Because I know Jon Favreau played Foggy. And Favreau's one of those directors who loves to be in his own movies.
Right. So I think it was Favreau.
Wow.
Which is crazy, because then he goes on to direct Iron Man, which was actually a good superhero movie.
And then he went on to direct Iron Man 2, which was a less good super movie. Ah. Okay, so out of these three, I think it'd be pretty easy to make a Tigra and Dazzler show, even though those are two characters I do not associate with each other.
No.
And it'd be easy to make a Howard the Duck show. How the hell will they make a MODOK show?
That's what really caught my eye.
Is it just going to be about him having a bunch of failed evil schemes?
It's gonna be Phineas and Ferb,
Like-
but only the Doofenshmirtz parts, and it's MODOK instead of Doofenshmirtz.
Some sort of Pinky in the Brain thing going on with it.
Yeah, like, we're all thinking along the same lines here, and it's awesome. I want this to... Now I'm actually interested. I'll skip Hit Monkey, but I might actually watch the rest of these.
I also like how they wrote Hit Money.
Hit Money.
Money.
Thank you, Hollywood Reporter, for that delightful typo.
Yeah, Hit Money is a member of the Young Money group. He's gonna be the new superhero rapper.
I will say, I'm curious what they'll do with Tigra, since Tigra, the majority of Tigra's characterization that I know of is that she's Hank Pym's sloppy seconds.
Right.
Which is a mean way of saying that, especially considering it's Hank Pym. But
What's really exciting here is Dazzler finally makes her way to some form of the screen.
is it really?
Yeah. Dazzler was basically created to be in a movie, and that never got her away.
I remember all that. It's just that I remember of the Claremont comics, Dazzler kept getting inserted into the storylines even though she didn't fit.
Right.
It'd be just a regular comic, and it'd be like, hey guys, here's Dazzler, aren't you ready?
Here's Dazzler. The movie we've probably got coming out sometime in the future. Please like her. Wait. It'll come out someday.
The really weird thing about Dazzler, she debuted in fucking Dark Phoenix.
Right.
Like, her and Kitty Pryde they debut in the same issue, and it's like, oh hey, one major ass character of the X-Men mythos, and also Dazzler.
Also Dazzler.
Oh, comic books. You're so dumb. I love you. And yeah, Hitmonkey's also there.
Hit money.
Hit money.
So am I the only, like, when I think of goofy monkey comic book characters, I do not think of Hitmonkey.
No, I tend to forget Hitmonkey even exists. He's
The
not
only- What?
It's probably one of the more modern characters, and when I say that, I mean created before 1999, so I'm not really familiar with Hitmonkey in any regard.
That might be a good thing.
The only monkey superhero I know is Dexter's monkey from Dexter's lab.
I was personally thinking of Detective Chimp.
Yeah, that's my go-to monkey.
Detective Chimp's a weird one, because even though he's a monkey, he still gets played seriously from time to time.
Right.
Like in Injustice, didn't they imply that Detective Chimp is an even better detective than Batman?
Yes.
There was an issue that was Detective Chimp, Batman, and John Constantine all working together. And the entire time, Constantine is just laughing his ass off at the fact that he's working with a guy in a leather latex-esque suit and a chimp. Yeah, when's the Constantine movie coming out? A good one, I mean. Well, one that isn't made up Keanu Reeves Constantine. I probably shouldn't ask that question. I asked that question, and DC's already working on it.
Yeah, probably.
They're working on a Sandman movie right now, and let me tell you, that's not going to work. Whatever. Especially if they have Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the role. Let me tell you, that's bad casting.
Oh, no.
I thought you were the one here who loved Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Oh,
No.
no, you love Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes.
Right. I get those two actors are pretty much the same for me.
There was a period of I want to say 2009-ish, maybe, somewhere in the early 2010s or so, where it felt like Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in everything I watched, and I just hated him.
He could be in one thing I've watched, and I wouldn't like him, but I also, now upon thinking, I also kind of get him confused with Neil Patrick Harris, because I just randomly thought, oh, wasn't he Doogie Howser? No. What was I going to say? I don't know. This could be hilariously great, or it could be just absolutely awful, especially if they go in the Rick and Morty direction. And they probably will go in the Rick and Morty direction, especially considering it's Hulu in charge.
Yeah, and it's animated, so what other direction are they going to go?
Yeah. Or the Family Guy direction.
Right. Because that's how modern cartoons work.
On
It might be how all cartoons work, but I don't know. I don't watch many.
Well, I mean, even kids' cartoons have been kind of ruined by Teen Titans Go, so...
Right.
Kinda is not a strong enough word.
They
And
have been thoroughly ravaged.
And I'd also say that it's not Teen Titans Go, it's freaking... I forget his name.
Oh, are
The
you gonna
kid
go
with the
for
pistols.
Universe Galaxy guy? What's his name?
No, Steven Universe, yeah, him.
It does seem like they're going like kids' cartoons are getting steadily more lowest common denominator, which is
Yeah.
bad considering that cartoons are such a big influence on kids.
Right.
It's bad just because...
It's gonna end up with a bunch of kids that need to be constantly, have their attention spans fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's also bad because, like, so far we had things like Fatboy and Chom Chom, and that was bad enough.
Oh my god, I remember that.
I haven't seen an episode, but I saw the snippets, and it was bad enough.
Yeah.
So just imagine what the first thing that this could provide is, if this is the good stuff. So yeah, Super Mario Maker, it's a thing.
Super Mario Maker 2.
I was just trying to grab as many Nintendo Direct games as I could that were actually interesting, and not just, hey, this random Japan waifu game's getting ported. So, Super Mario Maker 2 on Switch. I missed the first Super Mario Maker.
So did I.
Now, was the first Mario Maker a $60 game?
I think so,
Probably.
yes.
Then I'll get Mario Maker 2 on sale.
Exactly.
What you need to know about Mario Maker is that there are like 5 different types of levels, and you won't see, and it's gonna be rare that you see anything other than that.
I'm gonna assume the 5 types are shitty bullshit, just walk straight to the end and you're done. Absurd, difficult Super Meat Boy levels. Actual Mario levels. Genuinely really creative stuff. Really immature fart joke stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, but change out the actual Super Mario levels to levels that complete themselves.
Well, that's kind of what I was meaning with the walk straight from the beginning
Yeah,
to the
walk
end.
to finish. Granted, some of them you wouldn't even have to walk because they've got those springboards.
Yeah.
Isn't there, like, I know they've set up the worm things, but didn't one of those worm things, like, also set off a bunch of music blocks? So it's not even really a level, you're just listening to a symphony.
Right. Yes.
I feel like there was one that was just trying to be Punch-Out, wasn't there? Like
I don't know. I hadn't seen anything like that.
Like, it starts you off, you have to pick up a little max skin, and then you get put in a boxing ring and have to fight a bunch of different made-up bosses to imitate each boxer.
I dig it.
Yeah, it's always good when they give more creativity to the developers, because some of those guys can make some crazy shit out of pretty much nothing.
Yeah,
Right.
I await the release of Dreams. Somebody read his PT in it.
Was Dreams something that happened, something that released like 10 years ago, or is it going to release next year?
It's still in development.
Right, that fucking thing that was revealed at like E3 2014 and is still going.
Yeah.
Because it's too high of a concept, so they're going to be developing it forever.
And I hope that when it releases, you put the disc in, it gives you the Dreams boot up image, and then it just loads it and it's Duke Nukem Forever Remastered HD.
Anytime that players are given legitimate total freedom, I'm just reminded of something I heard about VR chat, where they said, like, someone was talking about how VR chat is literally the real game of that one fucking movie that came out last year about all the stupid pop culture shit and Steven Spielberg.
Pixels.
Not Pixels, the other one.
Ready Player One.
Ready Player One. It, like, VR chat is legitimately Ready Player One. Except in real life, we don't use it to make perfect alternate lives. We pretty much just use it to make asses shitting
Yeah.
and Ugandan knuckles. Like, you give humanity the free tools to create anything they want. Turns out they make a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because most of humanity is shit. So you know,
And it really,
how
one
to
guy,
change things up.
it starts off with one guy making shit ironically, and then 1,000 people trying to do it the same way unironically.
Yeah.
I'm really coming to resent irony, doing things ironically.
Well then.
How ironic.
Yeah.
Speaking of waifu games getting ported to Switch, Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
Link's not a waifu.
Wasn't Link's Awakening the one that was best known for having a love interest chick, though? Because isn't it the one where he goes to the island and there's the chick that inspired Marin?
I don't know, because I've never even heard of the first Link's Awakening.
Wasn't this a GBA game or something, like or an original G-Boy?
Yeah,
Game
yeah.
Boy.
Link's Awakening is considered one of the classic GBA Zeldas. What's the other one that everybody loves? Link's
Four
something.
Swords or some shit.
Not Four Swords. It was another single-player one that was trying to be a classic Zelda.
Link to the Past.
Link to the Past.
Well,
that's the one everybody loves.
That's a SNES.
Ah, whatever.
But no, that can't be right. Can it?
I'm pretty sure Link to the Past is SNES because I played the Link to the Past and that was actually
I
somewhat
need to
enjoyable.
Google this real quick.
I'm Googling it too. I don't believe him either. Yep, he's right. He's right. Link to the Past was in the SNES.
All right, let me Google up Zelda GBA games then.
It was Link's Awakening.
Phantom Hourglass.
Four Swords and Minish Cap were
Minish
on
Cap. Yeah, Minish Cap.
Phantom Hourglass and the Spirit Rail were
DS.
Were DS, yes. Because I remember seeing the ads, and you could actually guide the boomerang in Phantom Hourglass using the touchscreen.
You could control everything else aside from Link.
Yeah,
basically in that game.
I feel like the main legacy of the two DS Zeldas is just the fact that now Zelda can summon the armor thing in Smash.
Okay, well, A Link to the Past was on the SNES or NES. I don't remember what she said. It was also on the GBA.
Ah.
I imagine there are a lot of SNES games that got ported to GBA, considering they were pretty much the same.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They got The Legend of Zelda original, The Adventure of Link, and Link to the Past. Those are probably all they had on those old systems.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think the other classic GBA Zelda would be a Minish Cap. I think I also played that one somewhat.
Was Minish Cap a sequel to Four Swords? Was Four Swords a sequel to Minish Cap? Because I know those two were like a duology.
I don't remember.
They use the same art style.
Yeah, they do.
Like, they both look suspiciously similar to Wind Waker.
But yeah, I gave Zelda a lot of tries, so I know where a lot of games are, because I was like, maybe on the N64, even though people are jerking themselves off to pictures of freaking Ocarina of Time and shit, like maybe it just wasn't good. Maybe it's all nostalgia. Maybe the other games were good. And it's like, Link to the Past was fine. It was serviceable. I just don't have time to play through it, so maybe I would like it if I would. Everything else, not so much.
It's probably not good that you're saying it's serviceable, considering it's held as the greatest.
The greatest of all the times.
Again, I'm not sure if Link to the Past is like the hipster Zelda one. Because it's always a fight between Link to the Past and Ocarina, right?
I think the hipster Zelda one is. I think the hipster Zelda is Link's Awakening. Not even that one. The freaking Wind Waker, that one.
Wind Waker runs into a ton of problems because it had some features people didn't like, right?
Yeah.
Zelda history is always such a weird one for me because I know so little, and I just dip my toes in for a little bit just to get a vague idea, and then I end it there. Like, I don't need any more. Just enough for me to participate in the discussion. That's all I need. Oh, doggos. Oh, doggos. Okay. All right.
Right.
The doggos good?
The doggos
Are
are
they
not
good
good.
boys?
They are not
They're
good
bad
boys.
boys?
They're bad boys.
I don't believe you.
They're coming for me. I don't know what I'm gonna do when they come for me.
You're gonna die.
Speaking about coming for people, Booker T sues Booker T sues Activision over GI Bro character likeness.
The perfect segue.
Yeah.
Hopefully with less racial slurs in this case.
I don't think I used any. I hope at least.
We can all hope.
Good old Booker. So am I the only one that completely forgot that GI Bro existed as a gimmick at some point?
No, because I forgot as well.
I forgot that Booker T existed, so.
That's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Right, so this... Supposedly Booker T is suing Call of Duty Black Ops for supposed use of his likeness from a GI Bro comic that Booker wrote. And you know what the image is that they're using for it? I'm going to need to get a timestamp for this one because this one's vital. Hang on, because it's kind of hilarious. Like, I like Booker. Booker, you're stretching.
Yeah.
Come on, you can't tell me that man on the right isn't Booker T.
I can't tell you it isn't Booker T.
GI Bro is the one true prophet.
Oh, is that where we're going now?
I guess.
Addy detects a new meme incoming. Oh, man.
Right. Yeah?
I feel like they're almost just using that shot specifically just because they're taking the same pose.
Right.
Because that's the only way they can make it look more suspicious. Because otherwise, if they're in different poses, then it would just be like, well, it's two dudes with do-rags and dreads. That's pretty much the only similarity. And then Pink, damn it, Pink, you need to warn me.
I didn't think it needed to be posted in the video.
All
It was
right,
just for us.
I won't provide context for the people listening to the podcast. We're laughing at something. Imagine whatever you want.
Is this Booker Horse from 2012?
Yes, it is the horse Booker.
Yes.
Nay.
Nay, indeed.
Yes, yes. Nay.
Somebody had to model that. You ever realize that?
Yeah.
And they
What really gets me, or got me way back when, is when they first unveiled the first initial screenshots for Booker T. My first post regarding that on the THQ forums way back when, it was like, Booker's not black enough. The very next year, for 13,
he got darker. He got suspicious.
he got darker, but it was the same stupid garbage model that they had the previous game.
We fixed it, guys. We got it. Now it really looks like Booker.
It's like, yeah, you fixed his skin tone, but you kind of still... Everything else is just bad. Why?
They can only fix one part a year, Pink. Come on.
Yeah. Booker was supposed to be in 2K14, but they were still using that old model, and they just decided to take him out completely instead. They got him okay for 15.
Yeah, because they had to redo everyone's faces for 15. Well, since we're already here, might as well. Like they wouldn't have fixed it otherwise. God. Oh, WWE games.
You bring
You
us
suck.
all so much joy.
I remember before we recorded the Terraria Return session the other day, Addy just spent like 5 minutes shitting on the games.
No, that was during it, I think.
Oh, was it?
I don't know. It's not in the video, so that's what that matter. That's what matters.
Ah.
So yeah,
we just wanted to bring that up because it was dumb.
Right.
Another thing from Nintendo Direct that I put the topics in the wrong order. Bloodstained is already getting a sequel?
I guess it is.
Isn't
Eh.
Bloodstained like this month's free Xbox Gold game?
It is.
It is.
This is suspicious timing.
So, just judging from the picture, because I didn't have time to check the actual video, I'm gonna assume that this is not Symphony of the Night, freaking Lord of the Night, Castlevania, but with the Bloodstained characters, which I would be fine with because I like those games.
I mean, judging from the thumbnail, I thought Alex said he wasn't going to be posting all the waifu games that they unveiled.
That's also true, yeah.
Is this... Please tell me most of the character designs from Bloodstained Curse of the Moon are not this.
Well, they are 2 8-bits too. See, so
Oh, they switched from 2D to 3D.
switched. Oh yeah. It didn't look like this at all.
Oh, interesting. Okay. That's
That is what
I thought this was franchise. I thought
me.
this franchise was a lot smaller time than that. But I do want to know something you guys won't be able to see unless you watch the trailer, which I doubt Pink has. You know what they're calling the game?
Idovania.
Igavanias. Yeah. For Pink's curiosity, the developer of what are considered the classic Castlevania games was Koji Igarashi. And he doesn't work on the Castlevania games anymore because Konami doesn't make Castlevania games anymore. They make pachinkos. So instead, Iga makes these, and he calls them Igavanias.
So yeah,
There's something I
that is
love
a-
about the
yeah.
balls of that, you know?
yeah.
They're not Castlevania, they're Igavanias.
I'd say that the new art style is a step down.
Oh, massive step down. Like, whenever they step into this art style, it's pretty much just saying, hey, we'd like not to have Western customers for this game. I mean, I get that some character designer in Japan is, like, creaming his pants over this. Because for some reason they do love this art style. I don't know. It's a cultural difference, I guess.
Right.
Like, if I were the artist type, I would say it's objectively hideous, but I'm not an artist type. So instead, I'll defer to Pink to say that it's objectively hideous, because Pink is an artist type.
All right, I'm here. That is objectively hideous.
Thank you, Pink. You can go home now.
All right, bye.
Later, Pink.
I was going to ban him from the server, but he was too fast.
Can we rush through this next topic, by the way? Because I know it's a short one, so we're going to have an easy time rushing through it anyways, but
Yes.
I am about to be violently ill.
All right. Let me rush through it. MK11, Jade. There we go.
Jade's in it. Jade looks good. We're not... At first, it looked like she was going to be the anti-zoner character, because where before she had the classic reflect stance, right? Where she'd reflect all projectiles. Now, just straight up, she just applies a buff to herself that makes her entirely invulnerable to projectiles. So she can just apply it, then walk through your entire wall of projectiles. Go fuck yourself.
You fire a projectile, Jade says no.
Yeah, pretty much. The amusing thing is, this would naturally mean she's going to solve the classic NetherRealm problem of there are too many zoners, right? The developers on the stream said they're designing her to be a zoner. This is the opposite of a solution.
What?
This is the opposite of a solution, NetherRealm.
We're making another zoner that can't be zoned.
Ah, yes.
Yes. Genius.
Well, here's the thing. If you zone them first, or you zone them harder, they can zone you. So
You're running. This is the injustice problem. Like every single person that's like, well, I have to pick Deadshot or else the other guy will pick Deadshot. We're just playing Call of Duty here, really.
this reminds me of the Tekken 7 story mode, where with Lars you get to shoot people in a mission.
Oh god, I remember that. It was so bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Everything in the Tekken 7 story mode was bad, though.
I don't know. Akuma was right, or alright.
He was the one sole bright spot, and the only thing that was neat about that was the fact that he's actually canon.
Yeah.
Because that takes some balls, just being like, alright, fuck it, this character's canon now. Deal with it. Ugh.
So yeah, I'm still hoping that one day Akuma will return in the next Tekkens come. At least in Tek 3.
If Tekken were a Western series, I'd say that that's not happening. But Japan's actually pretty good about having crossover characters return. Like, DOA 6 is going to actually have Mai Shiranui at launch. Which is...
Well done.
Yeah, that's just mind-boggling, isn't it?
So yeah, I look forward to having 3 mains in Tekken now.
Yeah. We got a cool roster of 70 characters. I'm here to play 3.
Yeah. I mean, hey. Oh no, I need for Tekken Tech 3, they need to make it so you can have 6-man tags. So I can just have Steve, Lee, and Akuma in a team. Because imagine the possibilities.
I don't want to.
Yeah, so Rick and Morty sucks. And so will Loki, apparently.
Alright, you guys talk about this, because both of you have watched more Rick and Morty than I have, and you both probably want to shit on Rick and Morty. And I'm going to go be violently ill in the bathroom for a minute. Excuse me.
I watched one episode of Rick and Morty.
No, that's all you need to watch. So what's the topic here?
Um,
Okay. Marvel's Loki series lands Rick and Morty writer. Exclusive. And the big surprise here is that Rick and Morty has writers.
Yeah. So,
Did you
how
say
much?
anything more than that?
Not really. I mean, I thought that the show was made with the voice guy who does every voice, just making shit up on the spot, and then they just write scenes around it.
I figured that was how they did it as well.
But yeah, so I look forward to the guy who voices Rick and Morty to voice Loki.
Yep. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
What?
But
I'm so confused because I thought the Loki series was supposed to be like a Loki and Scarlet Witch series, but now it's just called Loki series, and that confounds me. Maybe it's still and Scarlet Witch, and they just forgot to add it in their headline, but I don't know. They did forget to spell monkey correctly, so
yeah. Next, they're gonna remove Loki, the Marvel character, and introduce Loki, the wrestler, as the protagonist. I mean, it would be an interesting change-up.
It would be an interesting change-up, but I don't see the wrestler Loki lasting for very long because he has a tendency to just up and quit whenever things don't go his way.
That's true. Well, that was on topic.
Yeah, that was the topic. Michael Waldron, welcome to Loki.
Yeah,
I hope you're a good writer. But I will not hold my breath.
So the Salvage Avengers.
The Salvage?
No, it's Savage.
Savage. Savage Avengers. There are so many teams nowadays. There's teams everywhere.
We just need one more, Pink. We just need one more to kill the rest.
And this team can do it, I suppose. Who's
I
in the
mean,
lineup? Who's that? Is that Conan?
it's Wolverine, Punisher, Venom, Strider Hiryu, uh, I think Conan, yeah, and Nick Fury or someone, I don't know.
I don't think that's Fury because he doesn't have an eye patch, but I have no
Yeah,
idea who it is. It's just a
I don't
man
think
in a
it's
suit.
yeah.
Cover by David Finch.
Yes, that is in fact Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah! Arnold Schwarzenegger, finally an Avenger. We've waited so long for this.
And
When
who
did
is that?
Venom come back? I thought he was dead. Or at
Oh,
least Flash Thompson.
I think he came back during the Carnage comic that I read
Ah, makes sense, makes sense.
or something. Who is the Ninja Woman?
That is Elektra.
Ah,
I mean, traditionally she would wear red garb with a little headband, but I guess she's wearing the headband on her face now.
yeah, she became Strider Hiryu, as I told you.
Right. Because being a ninja doesn't require optimal breathing. You can cover your face up. No biggie.
So yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Very interesting. I do like that Wolverine appears to be in his brown suit again. That's cool. I dig it. The brown suit is my favorite. And his. I know Alex likes the yellow suit, and I will say I like the classic yellow suit. I don't like the astonishing suit. I mean, you could color the astonishing suit brown and I would still not like it. Just never sat well with me. It looks kind of weird. Let's see. What else can I point out here on this cover? Frank Castle is here. Curious if he's still a Nazi or whatnot. I want to Google this real quick and figure out who that guy on the left there is.
Let me look it up. Give me a sec. Why the hell? Okay, never mind. I was like, why do I have 21 Savage in my recently searched thing? And it's not 21 Savage. It's a review of one of his albums. Right. So, let me see.
I'm in a little article here, and it says this is an unsanctioned team of heroes.
Okay, we found that we've had the same article then.
Right, and it makes me wonder what teams are sanctioned.
Oh hey, this Conan's series debuted and was written by Terry Duggan.
Right.
The prehistoric locale known as Savage Land. That's it is.
I feel like Wolverine just got back from the Savage Land.
Wolverine never left the Savage Land.
He never does.
Please, somebody freaking talk about the lineup, not the fact that
I
Conan is
know.
in.
We don't care about Conan.
Everybody is talking about that one same quote. Seriously. Conan returns. Freaking.
That article was no help.
I'm on the third one, Pink. It's still no freaking help. I swear. The heavy hitters are easy to spot, but as writer Gary Duggan explains to you, Apparently something is really icky. Oh, Wolverine, Venom, Punisher, Elektra, and Brother Voodoo.
Brother Voodoo, why is he not wearing his suit? Well, he's wearing a suit, but not his suit. I thought he was on a different team as well. Odd. Oh, well, that's nice. Always good to see Brother Voodoo. Fun character. Makes no sense to be on the Savage Avengers or any team, because he can do basically anything he wants to by himself. But still.
Oh, and this spawned seeing another article about how because Blade just joined the Avengers in the comics, obviously they're gonna freaking recruit Wesley Snipes to be in the new Avengers movies.
Yes!
I mean, I wouldn't be against it. I like Blade.
I'm not against it. I like Wesley Snipes and Blade.
Yeah, I like both as well. But if they bring him up, they need to bring Triple H back as well.
Yes! Perfect.
I'm not sure how that would turn out. I'm not sure how that would go. Like, they need to make a scene where Wesley Snipes is like, "Didn't I kill you?"
It's like, the more I look at this lineup of Avengers, the more I just don't like it.
I mean, it doesn't really make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense to me either.
Because, whatever. Venom is kind of an anti-hero who can do heroic deeds. He thinks he's
Right?
doing good sometimes, so maybe that's a good thing for a good alibi for him to be here. Wolverine is here because Wolverine.
Right? He needs to be on every team.
Punisher is Punisher, so he needs to be in something that's around freaking superheroes killing people. And then there's Elektra. And Elektra I've only seen in Daredevil and her own movies, so I'm not sure how the hell Elektra works.
Yeah. I'm
Brother
not a
Voodoo,
fan of Elektra, so
Brother
I'm
Voodoo,
not happy to see her.
Brother Voodoo I have never heard of, so I have even less knowledge of him.
Right?
And Conan, I've not seen his movies either, so
Yeah, I'm not well versed on Conan either. To me, this feels like they wanted to have the Avengers with Conan, so they just took a group of characters that they weren't doing anything with at the time and threw them all onto a team, plus Wolverine, because, got to sell those books to the little kids.
yeah. I mean, it's most certainly possible.
I don't like Venom being on an Avengers team, even if it is quote unquote unsanctioned. Which I don't like the term unsanctioned either, because it's not like any of these other teams are sanctioned. It's like maybe the normal traditional Avengers, but X-Men, Fantastic Four, Defenders, anything else, probably not sanctioned by the government.
So yeah, I await the inclusion of Carnage in the next Avengers.
Yeah, me too. It's gonna happen sooner or later.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be friggin' weird.
You know what? You know what they need to do? They need to bring back all of the symbiote kids and make a symbiotic Avengers. They need to make a symbiotic Avengers with little
Yes.
Carnage. I mean, they might as well go full in.
Right. Just an Avengers lineup entirely consisting of all the symbiotes. It'll be
Yeah.
perfect.
I don't even know what they would do, but whatever.
Yeah, they'll cause mass destruction and hysteria.
So yeah, that's two topics that we discussed.
Yeah, that's two
Based on
topics
your
that we
account.
just blew through without Alex, as he's off being ill or whatever he said.
Yeah.
I hope he didn't want to discuss them, because we're moving on to
Yeah,
brighter things.
So Rainbow Six introduces two new Australian whatever. Rainbow Six introduces two Aussies.
Yes.
So it's Mozzie and Gridlock. I read it as Glock. I'm like, that's
Glock.
yeah, that's a pretty descriptive name. So we don't know anything about the characters because they're gonna be really revealed the day that this gets uploaded. So
Right.
what we know is that they're Australian.
And they're operators.
Yes. And
They have names.
come down to the Outback for the first trip on the Barbie deal or whatever the hell.
Yeah, and it appears that a new map will be coming out alongside them as well, which is pretty crazy to me because I feel like they've already done a lot of new maps this past year. But also at the same time, a lot of those quote unquote new maps were reworks or map buffs. So it wasn't entirely new maps, but still kind of interesting that they're coming out with another new map right after what was the last operation to introduce a new map or map rework? I think it was Operation Grim Sky that reworked Hereford. And
I
what
think it
was
was the one
this?
before it that he worked Hereford. And then we had a new map with the last two operators.
I'm actually on Siege. Let me scroll over to operators and see what the last one was. Oh yeah, just this past update, our year-end update with KE and Nomad, we got the new map as well. I forget what that map was called though, so pardon me. All apologies. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. We finished off year 3, I want to say, with the new map, and now we're starting year 4 potentially with a new map. So that's pretty crazy. You would think maps would come out at a slower pace, and I don't know, maybe they're just starting things off with a bang, and then there won't be another map until the end of the year.
There will be
I don't know what their plan is.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they were supposed to unveil basically a year schedule. They've done it in the past, and I think they did it with For Honor, but they've not done such a thing with Rainbow Six. So I cannot even hazard a guess as to what their schedule for releases and updates will be for this upcoming year.
Yeah, they did release a year thing with For Honor, and it's really just okay. There will be a new character in these 3 months. In the middle of it, there's gonna be something, and then and then and then multiply it until the end of the year.
Right.
Like they for Honor they like their like weekly updated detailed map more. So like instead of them having a whole yearly thing where they tell you what they want to do, they just have a thing that they update every second week or so. That spends like the whole month.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that also
Yeah.
happened.
Gridlock and Mozzie coming soon to a Rainbow Six near you.
Yeah. Look out for the next operator, freaking Booker T. Right. Well, since we need to fill time anyway, for the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I think, I've been sitting on these small tidbits that I read about while reading up history on Wikipedia. That I thought were funny, so I saved pictures of them. I just need
All
to,
right.
I just need to find it. Give me a sec. Freaking hell! There it is. So, for one, I read about the Roman Emperor Nero, And I'm not sure if you know this, but he was people rebelled against him, and the leader of the rebels was Vindex, cleaner of glasses.
Was his name really Windex?
Yeah, in 1680 AD, Vindex, governor of the Gaulish territory, rebelled. It says it's Vindex with a normal V, but still.
Alright.
Um,
Windex.
yeah. Another one is that in Japanese culture, wa is a concept that implies peaceful unity and conformity within a social group.
Wow.
Wa.
Very nice.
And that's all of the things that I read. What do I have other than pictures that could freaking fed out time? Right, we could discuss what this we could discuss what's coming out of the channel actually.
Oh yeah.
So Pink, now you've taken over the job of person who freaking schedules things.
Yeah, now I'm the schedule man.
So what should we be waiting for with this week?
What should we be waiting for? I'm probably going to unleash another PV Pink sometime this week. I don't know which one because I think we had 2 in the pipeline. On Valentine's Day, I unleashed the For Honor PV Pink. So if you haven't already seen that, you can go check that out. And on Friday, this past Friday, I unleashed another Sengoku Basara episode of your guys's. So I'll probably do the same type of schedule this week, where there's going to be a PV Pink coming out and then a Sengoku Basara coming out.
Yeah, I have also set up last week for next week to be the Sims 4 Misadventures to be released on Friday.
Yes. Has the Sims 2 one gone up yet? Because I don't think it has.
Has it not? It has. It has.
All right. Because when I had checked it, like said it was uploaded, but it didn't have the little published thing next to it. So I didn't know if it had been uploaded or not, or
it was
published or not.
It was published on the 30th of January. So yeah.
All right. I don't know why I was telling me it wasn't published then. So that's good. Just want to make sure that was up before Sims 4 went up, because otherwise that'd be pretty weird.
Yeah, it would be. So that's what we have for the channel, and the page still not back. But let panic commence.
Oh no, don't worry. I'll probably start uploading the Fallout series as well, because I'm confident that we have enough of those that we won't run out before me and you have to record some more. So at the same time, I'm basically gonna have no days off this week until Wednesday. So that might put a little wrench in any plans we make, because I won't be able to stay up as long as I usually do to record with you guys. But that's okay. I'll find a way.
Yeah, life finds a way.
Yeah. We've got PV Pinks, Sengoku Basaras, and potentially some Fallout New Vegases. And on my solo channel, there's definitely going to be more Pokemon playthroughs coming out. Or episodes, rather. Not entire playthroughs. Yeah, I haven't even finished the first one.
You do long plays now.
I do long plays. Just repeatedly. The same game over and over. It's like, I'm going to do multiple long plays until I can do quick plays and then speed runs.
I was about to say, you do long plays until you can do speed runs.
Exactly. It's like, you got to do it slow before you can do it fast. And then we're going to do it really fast and break some world records. But probably not.
I have a concept for a new series, actually. So,
what is that?
It's Sonic Unleashed. Slowest hedgehog in the world run. Just have him walking all the time.
Perfect. how Sonic was meant to be played.
Yeah. As for my channel, on Monday I have Tenebris, the Blackfire Experience coming out on my second channel on Monday. I think it's 12 p.m. EST. So you've seen Tenebris, so you can market it.
Have I seen it?
Yes, it's the Blackfire video I posted yesterday.
Oh, yes. Perfect.
So yeah, that's getting shown to everyone on Monday. And
Very nice.
who knows, maybe we'll even be featured in 4 years then, hopefully. Who knows? Probably not, but you know, a man can hope.
A man
Um,
can hope.
As for the main channel, I still need you to record one sentence for me so I can make the Assassin's Creed Rogue review.
Yes. We should probably do that like immediately after this. That way I don't
Yeah.
forget.
And I think that's it. The rest of the thing cuts into what I did last week. So yeah.
All right. Do you want to go ahead and start what you did last week as we wait for Alex? Because, I don't know.
I guess so.
We've got nothing better to do.
Yeah. So, Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon. I played through it 1 times. You need to play through it 3 times to actually finish the game.
You need to play through it 3 times to finish the game?
Yes.
How does that work?
Basically, there's a limited number of levels, but it's well, really the story gets told through each clearing of the whole of all of the levels. So instead of it being, just here's the game and then here's new game plus, it's here's the game and then here's what happened after that part of the story, and then there's potentially what happens after that part. I don't know because I haven't finished the second version of the story yet.
So, I don't know, you're playing the same game over so you can progress a cutscene or something?
Yeah, you're playing the same levels, but you can access different parts of the levels because you now have characters in places they weren't in. You have these characters in places they weren't in yet, or they weren't accessible
Okay.
yet. And then once you're done with that, you can progress the story because the story gets told through text cutscenes because 8-bit era aesthetics.
Right. So, in as simple as an understanding as I can put it, it's basically like the old Lego Star Wars game where you can complete a level once the usual story way, but then you go back and play it, and because you have access to different characters, you're able to go to different places.
Yes.
All right. So I think I understand it. I'm just not a fan of such a concept. Because even though you're able to access different places, I would still feel like I'm playing the same game and be like, I've already done this before. What's my incentive for doing it again? It's like if the incentive isn't good enough for me, then I probably wouldn't play it more than once, if I even finish it once at all.
Yeah. I mean, it's still better than the alternative of because freaking what are they called? I forget the Castlevania Metroid games.
Igavanias.
Yeah.
Well, now
also,
they're Igavanias,
cover-
apparently.
Igavanias.
cover 4 because I need to pick up a phone.
Okay, so here's the thing about not eating out at restaurants. It's way healthier for you. But on the rare occasion that you do have to eat out at a restaurant, you will then be violently ill the next day.
I don't eat out at many restaurants. I'm not a restaurant goer. And in fact, I quite dislike eating out at restaurants because I always feel like I'm under pressure. It's like, yeah, I'm sitting here at this nice table and I'm trying not to be dirty or anything and trying to eat as fast as I possibly can so the waiters can do their jobs.
Dope. I don't worry about that at all. Way I figure it, the waiter would probably prefer if I took my time.
I feel the reverse. I always feel like I'm wasting everyone's time by being there. It's like, no.
Well, I mean, the way I figure, the more time I take eating, the more time they have to wait in the tables that they also need to hit, you know?
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
It depends on the meal how quick or slow you eat, but yeah, it's weird going eating out and then the next day your body's like, "Oh my god, is that grease? I forgot what it was, but I don't like it."
And it's time for it to go.
Uh-huh, and it went. Oh man. You know it's bad when your ass sounds like a machine gun.
All right, I'm back.
Those are the worst of times.
A fucking Vietnam going on in the bathroom there. They're in the trees. All right, what were you guys talking about while when I got back? Because I heard Metroidvania.
All of the topics. They finished the topics.
Oh shit.
We also finished what's going up on the next week, and we also started going into what I did last week. So
Wow, you guys got through. I was expecting at least a little bit of joking from Pink about the Savage Avengers lineup there.
we did.
It was more of me disliking it greatly. Because I was thoroughly disappointed when I saw that lineup.
Yeah, turns out I wasn't wrong. It is the Salvage Avengers.
I like everyone that's on this team, but there needs to be different characters.
I like everyone that's on the team, for the most part. Screw you, Electra. I don't like you. But I don't like them being on the team.
The thing is, like, to my understanding, what they're actually going to go with is they're going to try and have Elektra be the one that's sane and subtle.
What a change of pace.
Yeah. I feel like the one they should have be sane and subtle should probably be Dr. Voodoo, not her.
Right.
Yeah, also when I saw her, I couldn't freaking make out what she was, so I just called her Strider Hear You.
That Elektra costume is the best thing that's happened to Elektra in years.
I disagree. Why is she wearing her bandana on her face?
Because it's a mask, it looks cool. I always hated
I
Elektra.
just like the evolution of her basically going from wearing a hat to wearing a surgical mask.
I always hated the do-rag. Can I be honest? I hated Elektra's do-rag. Always have, always will.
Oh, I hate do-rags as well. Trust me.
It can work
I
for
am no
guys.
fan of Frank Miller.
It can work for guys, like, if they're going
like
for
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Or G.I. Bro.
I was actually thinking of G.I. Bro. It's not an awful character design to me, at least, but for a female ninja, no. Like, the thing is, this Elektra design actually looks like a ninja. Hot damn.
How do you know she looks like a ninja? Have you ever seen a ninja before?
Well...
Only the bad ones. Only the bad ones.
Well, the thing about...
Yeah, Elektra's a terrible ninja. You can see her plain as day.
I don't know, maybe it's the intimidation tactic.
Yeah. Hide in plain sight.
Anytime I see Punisher and Elektra on the same team, I just think of a Garth Ennis Punisher comic where him and Elektra are killing the same mobsters. And when Frank sees Elektra killing mobsters, the thought box just goes, "I'm in love." A woman after my own heart. Yeah, you skewer that mobster, girl. I like the way you stab him in the throat. It says a lot when the second sanest member on the team is Wolverine. Who is back in the brown suit, apparently.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Thank God, because ever since he came back, he's been doing the stupid cowboy outfit, which... I'm fine with Logan having the big, dumb cowboy hat. I just don't like him having it as part of his actual super suit. It should just be a civilian attire.
Right.
He should be a robot and then wear a poncho and a Mexican hat.
Addy, you won't believe what I played this week.
Revengeance?
Yep. We'll get to that. Can I just say
Yeah.
It is weird having Conan as a canon Marvel character again?
Emphasis on again.
Yeah. Well, wasn't one of Doctor Strange's villains introduced as a Conan villain first?
Probably.
I definitely know Shuma Gorath was involved with Conan at one point.
Right. There was a lot of stuff way back when that involved Conan and like Red Sonja as well. All those old timey caveman characters.
Yeah, the Sword and Sandal, I believe they call him.
Right.
Huh. I want to be a fan of this. Like, I'd have to imagine that Pink, Addy, you're probably a really big fan of this lineup, aren't you?
Eh,
I mean, I don't
Look at
think
all those edgelords, Addy.
on the character design note, can I note I actually really like Dr. Voodoo in a suit as well.
you and Pickle
Yeah,
really fight.
I was quite confused when I saw Dr. Voodoo because me and Addy spent like 5 minutes trying to find the lineup to figure out who it was. Because it's like when you show me a man in a suit and the picture's small, so I can't make out his little emblem on his forehead. I was like, who is that even supposed to be? It's just a guy in a suit.
It is Suit Man.
Yeah.
His power is suits. You know, okay, we've got the question of who's the sane, reasonable, lawful one here. Who's lawful good in this lineup? It's Elektra. Who's supposed to be the chaotic neutral?
Conan.
I mean,
No, chaotic neutral with Venom.
Yeah, I was about to say Venom.
I was thinking Venom as well, but at the same time, I'm not even sure if it's Eddie Brock underneath the suit. Either way, probably still Venom.
I think it's Eddie, because the last host was that Italian mercenary. What was his name? Was it Angelo, or was Angelo the mob boss that got dumped? Literally.
Angelo, I want to say.
Alright. They're the Venom hosts, yeah. Eddie and Mac, but otherwise leave it.
Right.
And Mac's only worth it for Dark Reign.
Mac's worth it for the Venom Scorpion hybrid. That seems pretty cool, right?
Mac, you know what Mac's worth it for? Mac's worth it for because he's the only Venom so far that's figured out, oh, I should probably pretend to be Spider-Man.
How did Mac figure that out? He's such an idiot.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the symbiote. I'm gonna say the symbiote figured that out. The symbiote's probably smarter than Mac, if we're being honest.
Mac's such an idiot that it was just a symbiote who took over his mind.
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty much the storyline. That's why he started eating people.
But yeah, I said about this lineup that I await the arrival of the symbiotic Avengers, which is just the symbiote kids and Carnage.
And Carnage. Is Carnage still dead or not? Because
he's stuck somewhere with Cthulhu, I think.
Because I know they killed him in Axis when he turned good.
When did Carnage turn good and why?
Do you not remember the Axis storyline?
I don't.
Yeah, the Axis storyline where Nazi Germany rose up and...
Yeah, actually, yeah. So what it was Professor X had been killed by Cyclops in Avengers vs. X-Men, remember? So,
this is around the time that I stopped paying attention to Marvel, so that's why I don't know it.
Okay, so what happened was Red Skull stole Professor X's brain from his corpse and used it to become the new Onslaught. And using the Onslaught powers, he created an inversion bomb which inverted the moralities of several heroes and villains. So a couple of the heroes like Tony, Luke, and I forget who else, probably Captain Marvel, all became villains, and a couple villains like Carnage, Sabretooth, and for some reason Deadpool, who I would not think of as a villain, became heroes, and that's what resulted in the storyline, the now currently still running storyline of Sabretooth turning good, which is a storyline that should not exist.
Right.
And that resulted in a run where Carnage was a good guy, but he was still Carnage, so he didn't understand how. And I believe that's the Carnage run that Addy loves. Because it's got one particularly famous moment where Carnage realizes, Hey, they're always robbing banks, right? How do I stop bank robbers? By burning
Kill them.
down all the banks.
That's even better.
I think at one point there's a hostage situation and there's some thug with an AK who's got a poor woman. And Carnage legitimately just splits him in half with an axe. And the lady starts shrieking and Carnage is like, what? I saved you.
I mean,
As she's
he's
covered,
You're welcome.
she's covered in the guy's intestines too, and shit.
I mean, hey, was he wrong? Did he not save her?
He did. Well,
She was pretty safe, I'll admit.
he saved her from the gun, but not from the PTSD.
She will never recover from that.
Every night when she goes to sleep, she's gonna think of intestines. She's never gonna be able to look at sausage the same way ever again. Comics.
So yeah, also, do you want to go into Rainbow Six Siege, or should we just jump over it since we already talked about it?
Hey, we played Rainbow Six Siege. There we go.
Alright, so put up a timestamp.
Okay, give me just a moment. Okay, 1:26:20. Go.
So, I spent 20 minutes on this. I'm not sure if you saw the name of the new.
It was
I
worth-
did see the name of the new FOS. Or the new world of the FOS in the Terraria. I don't know what I'm saying. Help.
Brain.
So,
Brain, you have failed me.
We make new Terraria.
so the new Terraria's world's name is the new FOS, which is NU FOS. Because whenever there's a new episode of a series or anything that I haven't done for a long time, I just name it NU for you. So yeah.
Wah and Nuwa.
That picture is worth it for Nuwa with Waluigi's face.
I had to go over her skin and make it more orange
Oh, I
to
love
fit
it.
with Waluigi's face.
I'm
Also-
impressed at your level of dedication.
Let's be honest, is dank memeing worth it without the effort?
I mean, Pink, zoom in on the face. He even has Nuva's like headpiece.
Oh, I noticed that. Trust me. I didn't notice that you had altered the skin tones, but I did see all the facial stuff.
Who,
It's like the hair is perfect on him somehow.
who would ever want to be a mediocre memer when you can be an artiste memer?
Yeah. I
Why
mean, hey,
settle for less?
this is the quality of shit posts I bring to the table, but I actually make them. And hey, it's true.
It works!
Yeah. So,
So you guys got to talk about what's coming out this week, and did we actually hit Pink getting to go up on his turn for what he's done this week?
not yet. Neither have I fully.
Right. Because you had come
So-
in about, like, during the start of Addy's.
Okay, well
Right.
then, Eddie, go ahead and rock. You go.
1 second. Put up another timestamp.
Okay, give me just a moment. Okay, shit's falling.
I can hear it.
There we go. Shoot.
All right. So that's an actual cat dog title card.
Boy, Nickelodeon in the 90s was weird. That's some wild shit there, man. Pink has
And-
no words.
And then put the other one up.
Okay. Oh, is it the meme time, Addy?
Yes.
Is it meme? It's
This is
meme
where we
o'clock.
find our thumbnail.
It is meme o'clock.
So I just wanted to put that in to make you angry.
Yeah.
If you can read the text, it's a bit better, but yeah. And then for some reason, I just have a... Oh, right. Yeah. I just have a shit ton of cat memes.
Well, there's our thumbnail. You said cat, I'm in.
All right. So, post a timestamp.
I will. All right.
That's one. And then post other.
It's too quick. I'll put it at this because just so that each get their proper 30 seconds.
Yeah.
There's our thumbnail. I like
Did
no.
I? Oh, right. There's
I need to
there's
save
other.
that photo to my phone
There's-
so I can send it to my parents.
So there's another one.
I'll
Put the
use that as
timestamp.
reaction sometime.
Hang,
Put other timestamp.
yeah. Ah. I'm trying to give them each their appropriate time. Every kitty deserves its appropriate time.
So that, and then there's also there's one I can't post yet because I don't have the picture on the phone. But there's Banana Cat, and Banana Cat is a family-wide reaction picture.
Are the three of these us?
I guess it is. I guess they are.
Because that first one's Addy expressing his disgust for humanity. The second one is me. The third one is Pink.
And then there's also this one, this meme that I just liked because it was made by shitpostbot, and it fits together so well. So put a timestamp.
I heard the words shitpostbot. I'm curious what this will yield. All right. Shitpostbot, you win this round.
So yeah. I also have a thing about Pope leaving, but oh well. I think that's all the memes I have for this week.
The
Oh no,
meme-
there's
There are
another
really,
one.
there
There's
are
another
really
one.
just so many ways that you could interpret that picture.
Yeah.
It's like the more you think about it, the more options you come up with.
Yeah.
There's also
the meme
yeah.
well may have run dry, but this last meme has been very, very.
No, it's not dry.
It's been very giving.
It's not run dry yet. Like I have two more Forerunner memes. I'm just not sure if you care. Like put up another timestamp. Is another one I have about the state of Vortiger.
Hang on. Alright. Dude. I would play Vortiger if he had a sombrero outfit.
I'd play most anybody if they had a sombrero outfit.
Again,
Yeah.
this leads into what I've done this past week.
And yeah, I think that's all of it. So, that's for the meme run this week. I'll be back next week with Banana Cat, so y'all can feel his glory. Actually, let me look it up whether I can find it.
Heidi will be back next week with that new fresh Mimi content.
Yeah, I mean it's what I've been signed on for.
Fresh memes straight from the oven.
Yeah. I don't know what it is with these cat reaction pictures and me, because I just find so many of them.
You're on the internet. You have to appreciate cat pictures.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, never mind. I found Banana Cat. You don't need to wait. Put up another timestamp.
Okay, hang on. Let me get the timestamp. Alright, Banana Cat, let's see what you can do. Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I think that's me.
How did he find himself in such a situation?
I'm not sure.
I'm going to have to save a very dubious image to my computer so I can make it into something properly good. And for once, I'm going to pull an Addy, and I'm going to work on an image in GIMP while we talk. So, now that meme hour is over,
Yeah.
Pink, what you been working on this past week?
I've been working so much this past week, I don't think I've done anything outside of playing with you guys. So there was obviously the Rainbow Six session that I didn't save to Mixer. There was a Terraria session that I didn't save to Mixer. I just now finished another stream that will hopefully save to Mixer. We shall see.
Check.
And yesterday, I can't say last night because it wasn't nighttime because I'm weird. Yesterday evening, before I went to bed, I played just a little bit of Brawlhalla. It's on our Switch for some reason. I don't know what they were doing, if they bought it or something. I don't know. Maybe it's a free weekend. I don't know.
It's free altogether.
Free.
Oh! Well, that explains a lot, because my initial opinion upon playing just a few minutes of it is that it's quite suck. Yes, it suck.
It is the suck.
It is the suck. Yeah, right off the bat, immediately wasn't impressed. The controls are strange, and the way it plays, it just feels very stiff. It's like, I feel like this is one of those games that was trying to be like competitive Smash, but it just doesn't feel competitive in any way. It just feels rather boring.
Well, the thing is, for anyone not on a Nintendo console, that's the only Smash game they get.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Because I definitely downloaded Brawlhalla at one point where I was being nostalgic for Smash, and my Wii did not work, so that was my only option.
Right, but for anybody out there that does own a Nintendo console, just stick to Smash Brothers. This is not a good alternative.
Yes, I will firmly agree with that.
I don't know. My only experience with Brawlhalla was going online and immediately winning 2 matches and then quitting. Quit while you can.
That was my Paladin's experience.
And then the game cursed you.
Again, yeah, and then the game cursed me and it will not leave my console. But
Has it still not left?
I haven't checked in a while, but it might still be there because I don't think I ever actually went and uninstalled it after that one initial time where I said, "Oh, it's back from the dead."
Yeah.
Yeah. Space as of yet hasn't been an issue because I uninstalled GTA quite a while ago, and as you all probably know, that takes up like 30% of the most the most storage you could possibly have on a console. So yeah.
It's a cool 60 fucking gigs.
So yeah, moral of today's story: if you have the money to get something, get that something. Don't settle for the free alternatives because they're just not worth it.
If you have money, buy something good instead of something bad.
Yes.
That's your advice from Pink today.
I know Paladins and Brawlhalla are apparently free, but still, if you're playing those games, you're wasting your time, and time is money, and time is just not free.
I wish it was.
Don't we all?
I'm going to a lot of trouble for this.
It'll be worth it in the end. Or at least we hope.
By the 100th episode of the Shut Your Mouth Lounge, all of us will be just posting memes non-stop.
Well, I'm now entering the Addy game of making my own here.
So let's see.
This is a dangerous
Terraria with you guys, as well as Rainbow Six. Brawlhalla. Probably a little bit more Smash in there, somewhere in between. And that is it, because... oof. My work week has been terrible. And I'm set for another terrible week ahead as well, so that's gonna be fun.
Oh, good. I was busy for a couple weeks. Now you're busy for a couple weeks. Addy, are you ready to be busy for a couple weeks?
Yeah. But I'm gonna be busy for a couple of weeks, and oh shit, never mind. That actually might be it. Let me check. Yeah. So from March 19th to 24, I wanna say I'm gonna be busy. No, that 24 is on freaking Sunday, so probably not 24. Whatever, somewhere around there. I'm gonna have freaking like small big tests, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then in May, I'm gonna have the real big tests.
Right. Well, happy birthday.
That's going to be unfortunate because I think that's going to be the time where I'm actually free. Because of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Gosh darn it, life.
Why you do like you do?
At least once I'll be going to college if they even accept me, and I'll only need to go there 1 day a week, 8 days a whole semester. So even if
Yeah, that's pretty good.
even if I'll need to study, I can study during the day when you two are sleeping.
Yeah.
Right.
What was I going to say? So...
That's a good question.
So you didn't even get to, like, watch any movies or anything?
I've not done anything. Geez, what day was it? Maybe Sunday? I legit worked from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. Which is not fun. Well, it was kind of fun, but it kind of sucked at the same time because I had to be back at 12 a.m. the next day.
Ugh.
So it's like, okay, I'm free now. I get to go home and go to sleep.
So
That's
that you can
cool.
go back to work.
Right. Been a whole lot of hectic nonsense at work. So when it all blows over, that'll be kind of cool.
I'm ready to defeat Addy's high-quality meme with a very low-quality one here. I just need... Stall for time! Stall for time!
All right.
I can talk about what I did last week.
Cover me.
All right. So last week, aside from Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, I also played Smite. Merlin came out. They literally made Merlin for me.
Oh, perfect.
Merlin
Did Smite give you Merlin?
Yes. I bought him on the day of release, but I just got the freaking message to get him for free. So
Yeah, I got that message as we were podcasting. I was like, I got a message from Xbox. What the heck? Oh, they're giving me Merlin. That's cool.
So if one of y'all need Merlin or need a spare Merlin, I can give you all a spare Merlin because I don't think they'll give my money back if I claim it.
Hey kids, you want a free Merlin?
But yeah, Merlin. He's a stance switching mage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
There we go.
Yeah.
Does he have an edgelord costume?
Not yet.
Have you seen Merlin?
No. I'm gonna... Tell me he's like a Disney Fantasia-esque, just kooky old wizard.
No. No. Do you want to know who he is?
Who... Is he a pretty boy?
I'm posting a picture.
He's Doctor Strange.
Okay, I'm gonna need a timestamp.
All right. Send timestamp now, I hope. Yes.
Oh wait. Okay, I almost made that 2 hours. An hour from now, we'll get to see. Oh yeah, that's just Doctor Strange. That is just Doctor Strange. Wow, that... I can't believe how much that is just Doctor Strange. I mean, I guess if the intention was to make Merlin sexy.
I mean, mission accomplished, but yeah.
Should it have been their mission?
Doctor Strange.
Should it have been their mission in the first place?
I mean, I'll be honest, I'm completely fine with it.
Yeah, I am too, but I'm fine with it. I'd prefer though to have kooky old wizard.
Yeah, I don't think there are very many, if any, kooky old characters in the game at the moment, and that'd be pretty cool to have.
Sylvanas.
Sylvanas is like the only one that came to mind.
All right, let's see, W.
Let's see that hard work. Accurate.
Yeah.
Is that our thumbnail?
No, the thumbnail. You know what? I'll make a collage thumbnail. You don't need to work on it, W.
Just all the memes.
Yeah. So yeah.
I love that I just replaced Pyramid Head's head with a big block of black, and then put Addie's logo over it.
It's perfect.
Oh well, maybe I should have gone with a based Addie photo, shouldn't I?
You can remake it and just post it if you want. Hell, I can even post a picture of it again if you need it.
It's already done. It's too late to go back.
Whatever. Should I just post Base Daddy into the podcast so people know what we're talking about?
No, let 'em.
They'll find out sooner or later.
Yeah.
I'm wondering when it'll be my time to have a goofy picture of me that we joke about. Because we've got Recliner Pink, we got Based Addy.
Ocean LX.
Ocean. Hey, look, my lack of a brain, it will happen naturally on its own eventually. We can't force it. And when it happens, it will be beautiful.
But yeah, so with Merlin, he has three stances. One is just void. They call it arcane, but it's just dark magic.
So I assume that is your stance 99% of the time.
No, because it has one good ability, and that's it. Sadly. So other than that, he has fire and he has ice magic. Now, it's
just weird to me that the three classic elements: fire, ice, darkness.
Fire, ice, tenebris. So
Naturally.
Yeah. So actually, how he has it is that instead of just having a shitload of abilities, which would make him probably overpowered, I don't know. They have it so he has two constant abilities. One is just stance switch, and the other is a teleport. And then he has 6 other abilities that he can use.
Oh, all right. And I assume the stances each. How far do the stances go, modifying his moves?
A good bit. For example, in Arcade, his one is basically a circular saw that goes a bit and then stays in place. In Fire, I want to say that it's... yeah. In Fire, it's a flamethrower, and then in Ice, it's just a big shot. It's an icicle.
Oh, huh. All right. And I assume then his combos are all built off of I assume the fire applies the damage over time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the classic fire.
His combos are 1+2, and then switch when available.
Ha. Oh, how big is the timer on the stance switching?
24 seconds, I want to say.
24 seconds. That's actually quite a lot of time on stance switching.
Yeah, I want to say that there was a time when I died twice before I could switch stances again.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
So yeah, he's supposed to be a thinking stance switcher where, with your Uller and Tyr and Hell, the thing with them is that you just switch between the stances whenever you need it. Some of them have longer, a slightly longer stance switching cooldown than others. Merlin is supposed to be, okay, you need to switch now. Decide what you will stick with, because otherwise you will freaking die.
So is there not much comboing between the stances then, or is it just like you get a kill once every 25 seconds?
Well, there are combos between the stances. It's just that it's hard to pull them off because of the cooldown.
Ah, all right. So is Merlin like seriously hobbled in terms of killing ability when he's just stuck in one stance and can't switch?
No, because every single one of his stances have an ability that makes killing people easier. So for Arcane, he has the circular saw, which, as I talked about, stays in place after a while. In Fire, he has his two, which summons just two dragons on the side that breathe fire at people. And then in Ice, he has a zone attack that calls off. I wanted to say the English name for the thing that happens, but I freaking forget. So whatever. Ice Raid.
That is. How am I forgetting? Hail. That's hail.
Yeah, he just summons hail that does a shit ton of damage, and I've had people die just walking through it. So yeah,
So it's a case where
but
technically you're weaker simply because you have less options, but you aren't like you'll still be able to function. You aren't just suddenly a burden to your team.
yeah, I'd say that he like since they knew that he's gonna have problems, dealing with people like that. They also gave him a better teleport than Raijin.
Oh, I never got to play Raijin. Is Raijin known for having like a particularly good teleport?
No, his teleport I wanna say is pretty bad. Just because there's an animation between actually teleporting and you triggering the thing, and during that animation you can die.
Oh, so it's not an yeah, as opposed to an instantaneous teleport. I can see how that might be bad.
Yeah, and Verdan's is pretty much instantaneous, so it's a bit better than Raijin's.
So he's got a good escape tool.
Yeah, and so I've been running him with mostly. Well, I want to say it's mostly penetration and just debuffs against people, and then also blink rune and deep teleport because the teleport has a 5 second or longer, I want to say, cooldown, and it's like he just teleported. He can't possibly teleport next to me, and then you teleport next to them with the blink rune and kill them.
Now I forget, is the blink one the one that you can't use if you've been in combat recently?
Yes.
Ah. Because otherwise people just use it for free getaways.
Yeah. So yeah, I did that. I played. What the hell else? I played a lot of things, but no, whatever.
Take my word for it, I played a lot of video games.
Yeah. But we played Terraria. That sure as hell happened. I killed 5 bosses.
Single-handedly.
It's the
I mean,
incredible thing about that game that the vast majority of the content we put in just went into fucking isolating the corruption.
Yeah.
Right.
I wanted to go in and build the black biome a bit more. And then I was like, wait, the hollow is already on the surface. I don't want to give it time to actually progress.
It's
So yeah.
it's definitely a hampering on us.
Yeah. Like we need like a day where all of us can just need to get where we can get together and just kill the hollow. Or if not kill it, just cut it off from society.
I think now that we have a solid idea of where the Crimson's V begins and ends, we can get some idea of where to build the 2 long shafts. And I am amazed that no one's made a penis joke about that yet.
I was once you said shafts, I was like, wait.
I've been calling them that the entire time.
It just now dawned on me though.
Just like your dick.
His dick just dawned on him?
No, you've been pulling on it for a long time.
Ah, okay. I try not to, but sometimes I can't help it.
Somebody have you tamed this animal you have become. That song sucks so hard.
It really does.
That's a great song.
Ah.
I'm not sure. I'm not
That's
sure.
the thing when we talk about music is that Pink takes the edgelord role. Addy has to hand off the baton.
I don't know. I like a lot of edgy shit. It's just that
Yes,
they're
but
not, they're
Pink
not
is your superior.
yeah. Because like I'm not sure which
I
one
was edgelording before you knew edgelording was a thing, boy.
like I'm not sure which song I like worse or which song I like less. Freaking
No, like worse
animal,
works too.
animal I have become or monster.
Oh,
I don't think Monster was ever particularly good.
I've never heard it.
Ah, very glad. It's just animal I have become, but the freaking the Tesco version.
Oh, is it
Yeah.
not a 3 Days Grace song?
No, it's a Skillet song.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've never listened to a Skillet song once in my life, and I'll take that as a thing of pride.
Big glad. I had like this classmate that I keep talking about, the one who's a pothead and plays guitar. Yeah, he walks around in Skillet shirts.
Ah,
Yeah. Ah, quality. Then again, I am one to talk because I listen to Bodies by Drowning Pool. So
Bodies is
Look,
so bad about it though that it almost feels ironic.
but the thing is, I like how it sounds. I don't like what is being said, but I like how it sounds.
I don't like how it sounds.
I don't know. There's a lot of like classical edgy shit that I like because of the instrumentals and shit. Like freaking Last Resort by Papa Roach. That is a missed potential and a half,
Ha!
in my opinion, because the lyrics suck so hard that they suck the good out of the freaking instrumental.
Well, I mean, that song is one that as soon as I hear the intro, I'm like, alright, fuck this. That I can't think of the rest of the song because every time I hear this stupid "cut my life into pieces," I just like, nope, never mind. I'm out of here. Bye.
It's about suicide.
Of course it is. They're all about suicide. Who are you?
It is called Last Resort.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know,
He starts
it's
off
good.
with cut my life. So yeah.
It's about freaking. I think the chorus is like losing my sight or something. I don't. Whatever. He just wants people to tell him he's fine. Is the gist of the chorus. And then it ends with him running and crying.
Right. Now it's coming back to me. Now that you mentioned the chorus. The memories are flooding into my mind.
Friggin' speaking of the edgy songs and shit like that, I've actually been like for the past year I've been thinking about making a like low budget teen superhero movies type deal. Call it Basket Case. Base it all on the freaking Green Day song.
Addy, you have 1,001 projects cooking at any moment.
No, these like the thing is these are never going to get past freaking concept level. So
Addy, there is a podcast you need to listen to called Wooly Will Figure It Out, and you are reminding me of it real bad right now.
because like that I have a lot of ideas to make things. It's just that either I like the money, I like the people, or I like both.
Well, I always like the money.
I always like the people
Hey,
and money.
and that's why all three of us are in business together.
Yeah. Because like
We're all broke and have nobody else.
the thing is I need to make like a movie or some shit for college. Text, because that's a thing that they need to check my portfolio, and I don't have one. So I need to figure something out. But the thing is, the only people I know are my classmates, and they all refuse to be on film. So that will be
Nobody
I
hard.
don't know.
famous
You're
nowadays.
European.
What the heck?
You're European. You can put it in black and white, and then they'll be like, "Oh, I want some of that." Is it in French?
Yeah. Anyway.
Other than mocking Addy for his nationality,
Whatever. That's my best French.
Oh. So, what was it we veered off. You were saying you played
Right.
something other than Smite.
Yeah. Freaking. I played Skate 3.
Single player?
Yes. That game looks a lot worse now that I have my big TV.
Yeah. Like, it's got a lot of stuff on screen, but boy, those textures are bland. It's not even that the textures are low res or stretched, it's that they're bland. It's weird.
Well, that everything is so blurry that I can barely see. Because the game looks like what it looks like for me when I take off my glasses. So so yeah.
Wait, is your skater just blind?
Maybe.
Your skater's had too many concussions from getting hit by cars.
Yeah.
Too many Psycho Crushers.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Psycho Crushers, but other time. Oh no, you don't need a fight. You don't need a timestamp for this because this is a video, right?
Oh, it'll go in the description then.
Yeah, I need to find it, but here it is. Let's hope that you two can watch it, and wait. Let's hope that the audio won't turn because that's ear rape. Basically.
No context Mugen. If that's got audio, I can't watch it, because otherwise it's just going to blow up on this side.
That's got audio.
Okay. I'll watch it on my own later.
Oh right, there's another thing that I saved, but I saved it so I can post it here. It is also from No Context Mugen because I follow No Context Mugen because fighting games. But I actually found, through him, footage of Mugen using the Sengoku Basara Cross characters, so you can check out what that would have looked like, more or less. Well, somewhat, whatever.
Did they make Sengoku Basara characters for any of the cross games?
I don't know. What I do know is that there's a game called Sengoku Basara Cross that was made by Arxis.
I got licked.
And I think that also has audio. Does it ever?
It has audio, and it's the most confusing clip I've ever seen.
Yeah. Pink. So, this is what happens when a fighting game breaks.
I'm still stuck on the fact that Arxis made a Sengoku Basara game. Did it not not get past the prototype stage?
No, it wasn't released outside of Japan, and it's a PS2 game.
Oh, well, that explains it. I can't figure out why Japan kept releasing stuff for the PS2 way past its lifetime.
Because nobody in Japan was buying any of the later generation consoles.
True.
But yeah. Other than that, I think that's all I've done. I'm not sure. I played something on the PS4, but I think it might have just been For Honor.
Didn't the Xbox 360 barely break like 100,000 sales in Japan?
If that.
Oh right, by the way, Jedi Academy is free with gold.
Oh, are those the multiplayer ones?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I'll check.
I can check right now because my Xbox is turned on.
So is mine.
So it sounds like I gotta download Bomberman and Jedi Academy.
I'm not sure if I don't think their servers are up anymore. I'm not gonna lie.
Ah. For which one?
Both.
I feel like Bomberman of all the games, Bomberman would probably go with just player hosting.
Oh man, Jedi Academy, an original Xbox game. Is this the first original Xbox game they've unleashed on Gold?
Yes. Oh, well, that's nice.
Ta-ta.
Sorry we had trouble loading some details. Please try again. So I can't actually claim it.
It's got local multiplayer. So that's
Yeah,
not
let,
good.
let me swim through the ocean.
Yeah.
Be there in 2035.
Yeah, join me, Addy. Let's play Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy together.
Well,
We'll finally do a couch co-op. No longer couchless we are. Except I don't have a couch in my room, so yeah, we'd still be couchless.
chair
Ground
co-op.
co-op.
Chair co-op. Pull up a stool, Addy.
And I just bring in the toilet.
Wooden block co-op.
Put that back, Addy.
And then I demo you.
Oh no.
Dragon Ball.
Well, this podcast went poorly.
This
I
podcast
don't-
went great.
I disagree. Look at all the memes.
Alright, so
Right, so it's UW now, I think.
it is me. So, hey, first thing I'll go through, because I'm playing it right now and I'll be able to actually think about it. Guess what I've been playing this past week?
What have you been playing this past week, Alex?
A lot of Resident Evil.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. So they released, firstly, the Ghost Survivors DLC, except it's free, so it's a free LC.
Oh.
So what it does is it adds 3 little mini campaigns for 3 different characters that died during the events of Resident Evil 2, and they're each a what-if scenario of what if this character survived. I've not touched 2 out of the 3. One follows one of Hunk's squad mates, who I do not know the name of, because he has, up until this point, never been named. One follows the mayor's daughter, Catherine Warren, and one follows the gun shop owner, Joseph Kindo. I have only played the one where you play as the mayor's daughter. It is fucking weird. Because for whatever reason, she starts off with a magnum with very limited ammo, and she has to deal with zombies that regenerate all damage. Which turns out, massive problem.
I imagine so.
I'll try and go in a little bit more into detail. So, they took out some degree of enemy variety in this game, which a lot of people are bitching about, because they took out, giant spiders and crows. And I believe I mentioned on previous recordings that those enemies only showed up in, one room, so it's ultimately pointless. And the Ghost Survivors mode wound up adding more variants of the zombie anyways, like the regenerating zombie or poison zombies. So, yeah. Turns out that flaw was meaningless. There's more boss fights. As we speak, there's a way to beat the first boss fight exclusively with the knife, and I'm trying to figure that out as we're speaking right now. It's a lot of trial and error, because as it turns out, he beats your ass super hard.
Oh,
but
man.
I'm working on it. They also, just the other night, launched the another free LC, which is costumes for Leon and Claire that turn them into their classic 1998 N64 PS1 versions, which is hilarious. Did either of you guys get far enough in Phantom Pain to unlock the classic Solid Snake outfit?
No.
It's actually legitimately the classic PS1 Snake model. All
Yeah, I
polygonal
know.
shit. It's the fact that nothing else has been updated to match it. Like, even the animations are fully smooth and mo-capped and everything. So you're watching the weird Polygon Man run around, and he's just a couple of blocks. But he moves with the fluidity of a human. I successfully beat the first Birkin boss fight with only the knife, which means that I am now expected to do it for the rest of the game, forever. The unlockable system is great. I'm playing Hitman 2 at the same time, which is great because the 2 games run on the same system, where it's like, all right, you can beat the game doing whatever you want, but if you put a bunch of challenges on yourself, you can unlock some cool shit. So with Hitman 2, it's like, well, you could just walk in and stove the guy's head in with a hammer and then break his neck. But what if you had to first disguise as a member of the AV club, and then club him to death with a fucking rubber chicken, and then exit via speedboat? And if you do that, you unlock a silent sniper rifle. Resident Evil works off the same idea, except instead it's like, oh hey, what if you play through the entire game not touching the item box? Or everything I talk about with Resident Evil 2, I realize I've talked about on previous weeks.
So hey, what if you would play through Resident Evil 4, but you didn't Resident Evil 2, but you didn't touch the ground?
Levitate.
I'm sure somebody's already done that. Okay, I'm feeling like I should shut up about Resident Evil 2 if I'm repeating myself this badly. So instead, I'll talk about Hitman 2. Hey! It's the other game I've been putting a lot of time into, since I've actually got some free time this week, because I'm not going to have free time in the next couple of weeks. Because I'm going to have to write a speech about Hungary. Yay! So, Hitman 2, I mentioned last week, that was the kind of game that I could tell I was going to put a lot of time into at some point. But I did not think I was at that point yet, largely because of the whole time problems. Well, now that I've got more time, yeah, that's a really fucking good game. I enjoy playing all the ridiculous challenges and shit. And going through, and I'm quite bad at the game. Quite bad. And it is thankfully one of the games where you can pull out an assault rifle, and if you get sick of everything, just try and mow down the guards. Unlike Metal Gear, that's not very effective, though. Addy can vouch for me here. If you try to go full combat in Hitman, it is very, very difficult. Because 47 will die very quickly.
I actually have a question about it. So, what does me getting Silent Assassin on the first try mean?
Yeah, it means it's a pretty good thing to mean. So, Silent Assassin is like pretty much the ultimate rank outside of suit-only Silent Assassin. What Silent Assassin means is you didn't kill anyone that you didn't need to, that wasn't a target, and you weren't compromised. Nobody ever figured out that it was you, which is an important one, because you count as getting compromised if a guy sees you right before you punch him in the face. Even if he never gets to spread the word around, you'll still count as being compromised. And I think it also means that you hit all the bodies.
Yeah.
Now,
okay, good.
Yeah, hiding all the bodies is a very good thing, especially considering, have you tried any of the escalations yet?
Sorry, in the meantime, we're getting attacked.
Not even paying attention.
Have you tried any of the escalation missions yet?
I don't think I have them.
They're for everybody. If you have the level, you'll have the escalation missions for it.
Oh, then no.
The escalation missions are, what they do is that they start you off and they give you certain targets and certain conditions. And
oh yeah, I definitely didn't then.
So what you'll do is you'll start the escalation mission and it'll be like, so hey, you remember that cop in the hallway? Forget the irregular targets that you had to go after in the main mission. Now your target is this cop in the hallway. And you have to kill him with a pistol while dressed up as one of the models, right? And once you beat that, it then throws on a second condition. There are now security cameras everywhere, and you have to delete the footage of yourself within 2 minutes of being seen by a security camera.
I see.
Then you beat that, it throws on a third condition. You also need to assassinate the janitor sweeping in the bathroom while dressed as a chef. And it keeps going up to 5 conditions, and the fifth condition is usually a ridiculous one, like, you can't knock out anyone. Either you kill or you don't. There is no knocking out. There is no non-lethals. Or, what was the other one? There was another crazy one. Like, now all guards of a certain type can see through any disguise.
Oh.
So it gets progressively crazier, but because it takes it slowly, you work out a route, you know?
Yeah.
To the point where, if you would have started at step 5, you wouldn't have been able to beat it. But since you worked on each step, you're able to work it out, you know? It's a really neat concept. The game's loaded with neat concepts. Have you noticed with the level design, like, so there's a thing with multiplayer in that game where people can make new contracts and just upload, and it can be like any NPC in the game is now a contract, right?
Yeah.
The game developers very clearly knew they were going to put that feature in from the beginning, because there are some cases where the NPCs are set up in clear situations to be assassinated, even when they are not even closely related to the target.
But this is a thing in Absolution as well.
It was, but I feel like it would be kind of hollow in Absolution, since Absolution was known as the Hitman game where it wasn't really Hitman, right?
I don't know. I only played Absolution.
Absolution was much maligned in the series because it was considered way too actiony and way too not streamlined. It's way too handholdy for one, but it's like, oh, what's the word for a game that's mostly corridors?
Final Fantasy 14.
Right, Hitman Absolution. Everybody hated it because it is Final Fantasy 14. Lightning shows up. You cast Blizzaga to kill your targets. Yeah, I can't think of the word. Damn it. Ah, well, fuck it. We'll move on. When you can't think of it, just move on. Pretend you didn't acknowledge it. Pretend it didn't happen.
So yeah,
Hitman 2, very, very good. And other than that, do you guys ever have moments where there's a game you played 5 or 6 years ago, and you think fondly of the game, but then you realize you don't remember what it was like playing it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was having that with Metal Gear. Since I haven't played any of the Metal Gear games outside of Phantom Pain since I was probably 12 or 13 years old. And the nice virtue about the old Xbox... Well, I have the HD collection on Xbox 360, but of course most people would have played the classic Metal Gears on PS2. But the nice virtue about the Xbox 360 backwards compatible games is they don't take up your entire fucking hard drive. So it isn't a commitment having to download the games, you know?
Yeah.
So I put the old Metal Gear Solid HD collection back on the Xbox 360, and I played, I don't know, 40% of the way through Sons of Liberty, and like 5%, not even 5%, 1% of the way into Snake Eater, before deciding I probably had better things to do. Which, I love Snake Eater by all means, but I mean that in the genuinely non-sarcastic way of, I think I had important shit to do, so I just didn't have the time. But I remember not liking Sons of Liberty from a gameplay perspective, which was a disagreement I had with Mike, because Mike hates Sons of Liberty's plotline, especially Raiden, because you guys know who Mike is. You know the kinds of characters that Mike hates. So Raiden's very clearly in his group of fuck this guy in particular. But he loved the gameplay. And I was, 12 or 13, sucked at video games, so I hated the gameplay because I thought it was really difficult, but I enjoyed the story because I was 12 or 13 and thought it was really deep. And playing through it again, yeah, I'm now beginning to take Mike's side. Like, I'm wondering, like, have you ever play a game that you played when you were a kid and you remember being super difficult? You play it now and you're like, this is stupid easy.
Right,
You mean Contra?
Yeah. It's like, what was I doing? Was I just running into every room with an assault rifle? Like, please, sir, shoot me. I would like to die, please. So Metal Gear Solid 2, way easier as an adult. But man, that plot, Raiden is annoying as hell, and they are laying it on thick, the whole thing of, oh, VR. It's an allegory for video games, get it? Raiden's a loser who thinks he's hot shit because he went through a lot of VR training, which is an allegory for you, the player, who is a humongous loser who thinks he's hot shit because he played the first Metal Gear Solid game. It should be noted Hideo Kojima hates his audience. But yeah, with that said, Metal Gear Solid 2, I think I just sucked at it back in the day. And it's fun going back and playing that, and at the same time that I'm playing Hitman. And I noticed something about Hitman 2. So there's kind of a classic thing with the stealth games, right? Well, I've never played Splinter Cell, but I've played Hitman, I've played Assassin's Creed, and I've played Metal Gear, and they all go for different kinds of stealth, right? Assassin's Creed, it's all about social stealth and parkour. Metal Gear, it's all about using gadgets in your environment. Hitman, it was always about using accidents and disguises. Hitman 2 was like, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do all of that. Because there's even a limited degree of parkour in that game, particularly on the Paris level.
I don't know.
It's not as intricate as the Assassin's Creed, but once you know the spots, you'll be able to do it.
Well, yeah, in my opinion, it just takes too long, and there's also the thing where it, like, to me, it just feels like the part. Well, my issue with the social stat in Hitman 2 is not that it's well, to me, it's a bit too just, let's just put it in for the sake of putting it in, because, like, sure, I could shoot a guy from from the crowd or some shit, but people will scatter, and I need to scatter as well, and I can't. Like, to me, there's no good way to use the crowd to my advantage. There's no good way to get away when the crowd also starts to run when they see that guy.
Does the social stealth not apply when the crowd's running?
I don't think it does.
I haven't done that yet, because oh, shit. Because whenever I shoot in the crowd, I generally don't shoot from the crowd.
I don't know. Like there was this part where Novikov was walking through the crowd. It would have been the perfect spot to put a knife between his ribs, but I didn't have a knife. I'm not sure if it's an option.
There is a knife. There's a kitchen knife in the kitchen. There's also one in the parking lot in the catering area where the catering trucks are.
I'll need to go back and check how the social stealth works. Then
here's the. I don't know. I don't know if it's possible to stab a guy while you're in a crowd. That's a little different from shooting him with a silenced weapon.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, in my opinion, the best way to use social stealth is with a stab button, because stabbing is mostly silent if you do it right.
The problem is, the problem is there's a difference between stabbing a guy with a hidden blade and stabbing a guy with a kitchen knife.
It's a knife.
Knife's a knife, I guess.
It does stabby things.
I think there's a difference between, like, oh, he touched him and now he's dropped dead. That's weird. And, oh my god, you just stabbed that man.
It depends. Like, with Hitman, in my opinion, the way to make it, be realistic with the social set and all, would be to have him do a hand trick, basically, where it's not him just touching the guy and the guy jumps to that. It would be to do it where people mostly aren't looking, namely say stab him in the abdomen or some shit, because it's not like video games are realistic anyway, and then run, because people will notice the knife sticking out. They will definitely be alerted in like half a second, so you need to run and make it look like you're also alerted, instead of being the guy who stabbed the guy.
There are ways to do that. Like, I've noticed you can get away with some crazy shit in Hitman sometimes. There have been occasions where there was one feat in the Paris level that requires you to shoot Novikov in the head while he's giving a speech on the runway. That's easy. Yeah, I just shot him in the head, then ran. And there were two guards right there. They did not care.
Well, that's still making it too risky. How I did it was I went up in that bathroom that I keep talking about, and I shot him from there, because the bathroom overlooks that part of the freaking thing.
I did not know there was a bathroom overlooking that.
Yeah.
By the way, if you ever get into a gunfight in that game, just hide in a little room. The security guards will run like headless chickens in there. Just set up a kill zone, really.
I don't know. They said the last kill zone was pretty shit.
Yeah. Why did I knew you would go for that. Damn it. Alright. But yeah, going back to Metal Gear Solid, pretty good. I downloaded Metal Gear Rising pretty much just because I felt like it. And that game, like, that is a similar game where I noticed I never used parrying or blocking in any way when I played that game as a kid. Did anyone else have the problem where when they played any game that featured blocking or parrying as a kid, they never used it?
I
Look,
mean, I'm sure there were a lot of fighting games where I had that similar situations, but I don't block or parry in fighting games nowadays either, so
look.
no big
Here's the
change.
look. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's a reason why my why my what do you call it?
Take your time.
Basically how I play fighting games works on your best defense is offense. I
You
still
can't
do
get
it.
killed if you kill the other guy first.
Yeah. I still do it. So like it's why I attack immediately when the round starts, because I need to get the first hit in so that I can continue trying to do something.
It's more justifiable in the cases where there's the block. It's a block button, like Soul Cal or Mortal Kombat. But if you're bad at blocking in Street Fighter, that's a problem. Street Fighter or Tekken, where it's just hold back, that's a little bit more of a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a problem I have, trust me.
Like,
Because I'm always holding towards my opponent, not away from it.
But that seems like
Because
that's
in my mind, it's like, oh, I have to close this distance to get close to my opponent. Oh, I'm getting smacked in the face now. What's going on?
yeah, just playing through Mugen and freaking KOF games on arcades and shit like that made me be like, I don't need the block button, I need the close distance button. and it's
Yeah.
like I just that's why I always do dashes, by the way.
Wouldn't that
'Cause
fuck
it's-
up your inputs?
What?
Your inputs. Holding forward, wouldn't that fuck up your inputs?
In Tekken, no.
There are characters that have wildly different moves on their forward. Like,
That's true.
especially
Like most characters. Yeah.
I was just saying, especially like Heihachi would just be the worst. Because if
I don't play Heihachi.
I'm just trying to come up with an example here. Because
Like, you could-
whether or not you're pressing forward is the difference between whether or not he's doing the demon uppercut.
Well, you could say Lee as well, because Lee has a widely different forward 4. I want to say it's that, but whatever. The thing is that for me the most important thing was not dying first,
Okay, that's a
And
good
then- and then
priority to
dealing-
have.
and then dealing damage. Playing mind games and shit never occurred to me when I was playing as the AI, because the AI doesn't give a shit about mind games. The AI will decide whether or not you die.
Ah,
So when I started playing Tekken Online, of course I got my shit pushed in. Well, that's only half the truth, because the first time I went online, I faced off against third dan freaking Jack 6, and I was with Lily, and
oh,
I beat the guy so hard that he rage quit. So
I got
yeah.
stuck against the same Paul over and over again. I hate Jack
Oh.
6 though. I'm glad I didn't get him.
Yeah. The only way for us to play Tekken is to play against each other at this point, because Tekken for some reason seems to be nearly dead. I went online. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. A couple of weeks ago I re-downloaded Tekken 7. I went online and I met 2 guys, and that's it. I was with Lee. One of the guys kept trying to spam strings, but then I was like, "No, you," and then he died.
Ah,
So that was fun.
there was something I was gonna say about Tekken, but I can't remember, so I won't say anything. I think other than playing good old Metal Gear and all that, and playing the games with you guys, I think that's about it for me. Yeah, on my end. All right. Well, folks, I think we can call that a podcast.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
We will. Oh, my voice is breaking. Ah.
I thought you were. I thought you were doing a voice.
Uh, at least the voice breaking stopped me from forgetting something, though. Say bye,
Yeah.
Addy.
Oh right, actually, I did forget something.
Oh, fuck.
Right. So this is a funny tidbit about Shaolin that I discovered.
That you don't like playing against him, or...
No, I was Shaolin in this one.
Ah, so instead you were the shitbird.
No, I found out that Shaolin can just do PSA teleport beta. Have you not played Earthbound?
I've not played either of the Earthbounds. No, I've mentioned before that they're on my list. I'd like to play them as soon as Nintendo actually makes Mother 3 available. in two decades from now.
So yeah, PSA teleport beta is a move that you can learn in Earthbound. That makes it so you spin in a place and then teleport. And since Shaolin can teleport, I was like, you know what? Maybe if I spin in place, that will look funny. And you just spin in. I literally you spin in place because you know how in For Honor there's this thing where you can't literally spin in one place. There's an animation for spinning in place. Shaolin doesn't have one.
Oh, that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
So yeah, with Shaolin, you can become a helicopter, and it actually does, and it actually makes bugs, because I saw a video of a guy doing it to a lesser degree than I am. And after a while, as he sped up, Shaolin started flying. He flied out of the map.
Okay, I don't understand how that works, but I'll take it. Ah.
So yeah, bye.
All right. Oh, were you waiting on that one? He's always trying to be sneaking up on me, the fucking thing. You.
You just put in the cat picture. The first one.
Alright. We will see you later, folks.